So to make this dress, you'll be needing at least 3 yards of fabric. So I have my tape, my scissors, my pins, my chalk, and I also have my roller here with me. So I'm going to keep this aside, and then I have my fabric here. I have 3 yards of fabric. Now this fabric I'm using is very soft, and it's a total beginner cannot use this. All right, so if you want to make this, I believe you should get a fabric that is soft, but at the same time it should be something you can work with. So the fabric is already folded into two this way. Can you see? This fabric is very soft that I even find it very difficult to work with it. While I'm trying to bring it to the table, it keeps going down. I even had to ask someone to help me hold it down. So while I'm working on it, I'm going to make sure that my pins are very close to me so that I can pin it down. So I'm just trying to arrange it. This is the folded part. So I'm going to now bring this other part here again, all right, and fold it again into 4. So you bring that part to this other side, fold it into 4, because we are going to be cutting the front and the back together. So fold it into 4 this way. Try to arrange it very well. So I'm gonna have to turn it over this way so you can see. So try and arrange it very well if you are working with a very soft fabric like this. I'm also going to use my pins here to just hold it down so that when I'm cutting this, it will just stay in place. Once I'm done pinning this, I'm going to now turn it over to this other side here. As you can see, I'm trying my best to make sure that the fabric stays one place, all right, so but it keeps going down. I'm going to ask someone to help me hold it, and while I start drafting on it. So once you've succeeded to fold this fabric into 4, you're now going to go ahead and draw a line at the top to serve as your shoulder line. All right, so at this point here, I'm also going to pin it down. So as you can see, it is 4 pieces. Now the other part is folded. When we cut it open, it will now be 4 pieces. So I'm also using my pins to hold this part down. All right, so if you are working with this kind of fabric, make sure you pin it down before you start cutting. So I'll try my best to pin all these areas down. Now the next thing I'm going to do now is to now draw a line here to serve as my shoulder line. All right, so please try to understand what I'm doing here. I'm just using my chalk to connect a straight line. That is where I'm going to be taking all my measurements from. So I'll connect a line across till you get to this other point here. So once that is done, next thing I'm going to do now, you can see that I'm trying to still keep this fabric in place. Next, I'm going to now take my neckline. Now the front and the back of this dress is going to be having same neckline. All right, so I'm going to now come from the shoulder area here. So I'll come to the shoulder here and I'll go in by 4 inches for my neck width. All right, 4 inches for the neck width, and I'll come down by 4 inches. So at this point here, I'll come down by 4 inches. So on the shoulder line, I decided to mark 3.5 inches, which at the end of the day, I felt like it was even too wide. So you can do 3 by 4 or 3 by 3 if you're not very big. All right, so if you're very big, you can do 4 inches on both sides. So this is it. I've gone ahead to connect it just like so. Next, I'm going to now mark half of my shoulder measurement. So half of my shoulder is 7.5. all right, so once you've marked that, the next thing is to take the length of your sleeve, like where you want the sleeve to end, because this dress is a cut together sleeve. All right, so you cut the sleeve together with the dress. It's a bubu dress, so it's a cut together sleeve. So from where you marked your half of your shoulder measurements, you are going to mark how long you want your sleeve to be. So I want mine to be at least 11 inches. So I marked 12 inches because I'm going to be using 1 inch later for the folding, like to fold the end of my sleeve. All right, so the sleeve length I marked 10 inches. So this is optional. You can decide to do 9 inches. You can decide to even make it more longer. So for me, I came down by 10 inches and I connected a line across just like so. Please try as much as possible to understand this video here, because I'm still trying to get position this fabric very well. So from that sleeve area, you go in by 2 inches, all right, and connect a curve. So this curve right now, you are going to now take it down to the length of your dress, like where you want this dress to stop. All right, so let me show you what I'm trying to say. Once you've connected the sleeve length, from that point now you're going to go in by 2 inches. That 2 inches is to help you get a curve. All right, around that 2 inches point is just like the armhole area, so it's just to enable you get a curve around that point to look like your armhole. All right, so from that curve you will now take it down to the end of your sleeve. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring my tape and take the length of my dress. So I want this dress to stop at 56 inches by the time I'm done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark 57 inches so that when I'm done I can use 1 inch for the folding allowance, because you will need to fold the end of your sleeve of your dress, sorry. So this is more than 60 inches, right? So I'm going to mark 57 inches here and connect a line across. Just connect a straight line just like this. All right, so connect a straight line and make sure you arrange it, because even at the end here it's somehow not well arranged, but I'm going to make sure that I arrange them properly. All right, so once you've done that, you now come to the armhole area. You come to this armhole area and you're going to now connect this line down to the length of your dress. So I'm using my straight ruler now to connect it down. So I'll connect it downward. While you're working with this fabric, make sure you are always arranging it. Like if the fabric you are using is very soft, make sure you are always arranging it. And I think for this particular style, for this kind of style, you need a very soft fabric. All right, so that this can actually give you what you want. So I'm going to now connect this line downward till I get to the length of this dress, and then I'm going to use my scissors to trace it out. So this dress here is very simple. It's very simple. All right, so if you are getting this kind of fabric, I beg you, please make sure to pin it down, because even at some points I even had to pin some areas down again before cutting them, so that by the time I'm done cutting I will still have everything together. So I'll just go ahead now and trace out all these points. I'll cut out the neckline, cut out the shoulder area, so I'm also going to pin it down. So once you've cut, use that, remove the pin and then pin it back. So on the shoulder area here, I didn't cut directly on the line, I gave like ½ inch away. So that ½ inch is going to serve as my stitching allowance later. So just go ahead and cut it this way and then trace it down to the end of your dress. So once you are done, go ahead and remove the pins. All right, so I'm going to remove all these pins and then open it up and show you guys what it looks like. So when you are done, you are going to have it looking like this. This is a Bubu dress, and even a size 18 can wear this because it's very big. All right, so this is how the neckline looks. So we are now going to turn it to the back side, and this is what you will have. So right now, the next thing I'm going to do now is to place them right sides facing each other. But before then, let's go ahead and pipe the neckline. So to pipe the neckline, I'm going to be using my bias. So I'll be using this bias here. So I'll open it up, bring my pins. All right, I'll open it up this way and then pin it along the neck area. All right, I'll pin it down. So you're going to now you're going to continue pinning it just like this. Can you see what I'm doing? We are going to be using this to pipe the neckline. All right, so this is called bias. So you are going to pin it down just like what I'm doing here. I'll pin it till it gets to this other side. So you continue pinning it. I'll pin it to this point. Then I'll take it to the sewing machine. I'll stitch it down using 1/2 inch and then turn it over to the wrong side and then stop stitch on it. So I'm also going to do same thing for the back pieces. This is what I have after I was done, and this is how it looks. So let me open it up and show you guys. This is it here. This is how it looks. I went ahead to top stitch, and this is how it looks from the inside. Everything is very neat, so make sure that it's very neat. All right, so you're now going to open it up like this. All right, so open it up this way, place this other side. You can see I've also gone ahead to like pipe this other side here. Place them right sides facing each other. So we are going to stitch the shoulders. All right, so we are going to stitch the shoulders right now. So you are going to pick them right sides facing each other, place them equally, and you're going to pin. So you pin it down this way, pin down the shoulders area, take it over to your sewing machine, and you're going to stitch it down using 1/2 inch. So once you're done stitching it, you're also going to close up the sleeve areas, like you fold the sleeve areas. All right, so I'm also going to repeat same thing for this other side as well. I'm going to pin them down, take it to my sewing machine, stitch it down with 1/2 inch, and also stitch down the sleeve. So guys, this is what I had after I was done, and this is how it looks. So this is the shoulder areas, as you can see, and this is the sleeve. I went ahead to fold in 1/2 inch, fold it again, and stitch down the sleeve. So this is how it looks here. Now the next thing we are going to do now is I'm going to open it up this way. So this is how the neckline is looking and the shoulders area. So I'm going to pick one side of it. All right, so you pick one side and then make sure you fold it into two. Make sure that the part that is facing you is where you want the slit area to be. If you want it to be on the right side, please check it out before you turn it facing you. But if you want it to be on the left, check it as well before you turn it facing you. So I want mine to be at the left, so I had to turn this over to face me. All right, you can see that I'm even at this point, I'm trying my best to make sure that this fabric is well placed. I had to ask someone to help me hold it down. So you are going to now make sure that your fabric is folded into two. So from the shoulders, you come down to where you want your slit to be, like where you want it to start from. So I want mine to start from 17 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark 17 inches across. All right, So from the center of your dress, make sure you arrange it very well. From the center, you are going to come in by half of your nipple to nipple measurement. So I'm using 4 inches. You can use 4 inches as well. So I'm going to mark 4 inches down to where I want this dress to stop, but I'll be leaving 1 inch because I'll be folding the end of my dress later. So I'm going to stop right here. All right, so you open it up this way. Once you are done marking, just go ahead and open it up like this, and you're going to bring another strap. So I have cut out another piece of fabric. I'm just going to show you guys. This is it here. So this fabric here is just 2 inches wide. It's 2 inches wide. All right, 2 inches wide, and the length is about 50. The length is 50 inches actually. So what I did was I went ahead to like fold this fabric into 2. I iron it out just to get a ghetto line. All right, just to know where the center of this fabric is. And I'm going to place it directly on the line, and I'll pin it only to the front pieces. So what I'll do is I'll take it to my sewing machine and stitch it following the lines I made on the dress, and also following the ghetto line on this fabric. So you stitch it down to this point, and I'm going to just go ahead and cut out the excess fabric I have. So just go ahead, stitch it down, and then cut out the rest. This is what I have after I was done. I've gone ahead to stitch it like this, as you can see. So this part here are opened. So this is a strap that I make sure to stop somewhere around here, so that I can be able to fold the end of my dress this way. So I also went ahead to cut out another strap that I'll be using to place it inward. So what I did was to fold a bias into 2 and then top stitch on it. So this is it here, and I made sure to like cut out almost 60 inches of this strap here. So I have 2 pieces here. This is just a bias that I used to like make this strap. Just fold the bias into 2 and top stitch. So you are going to place it inward like this. All right, so place it inward this way and pin it down. You're going to place it inward and pin it down. All right, so make sure your pins are close to you. Go ahead and pin it down this way, and then you are now going to also place this other one inside this way and also pin it down. So make sure you place it inside and then pin it down as well. So right now you're going to top stitch on it. So once you've top stitch on it, make sure you place it very well. So you're going to place it like this, pin it very well, and top stitch on it. So by the time you've top stitch, you're now going to come to this part here, fold in ½ inch and still top stitch. And make sure that where you top stitch, you don't top stitch on this your ropes. All right, so I'm going to show you what I'm trying to say. So I'm right here on my sewing machine, and what I'm just going to do now is to first stitch on the edges, like at the top, to hold those pieces down. And after then I'm going to now go ahead and keep top stitching. And while I do this, I'll make sure to be very careful not to stitch on the ropes, because when you stitch on the ropes, you won't be able to drag it down. All right, so I'll keep doing this for both sides, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So guys, I'm done stitching this, and this is how it looks right here. I'm just cutting out the excess ropes I have here. So this is how it looks. I believe you can see this closely. So for the ropes right here, by the time you draw it this way, you have this design here. So this is what we call drawstring. I think I'm correct. So by the time you draw it, you have that effect on the front area. So this is just how to get it. Now for these strips, is this strap or strips or ropes, I'm just going to cut out this excess because I felt it was too long. So I just went ahead to cut it out. So this is it here. By the time you fold it in this way, you have something looking like that. You just have the effect on it. All right, so now that we are done with this, the next thing now is to get another pieces of fabric. Now if you watch this, the dress we are trying to recreate closely, you will notice that they actually tie it from the waist area. It was somehow tied in front. So to get that effect, I've gone ahead to also cut out 2 pieces of another fabric that I'll be using around the waist area. So from the shoulder area, I'm going to come down to 15 inches. Connect a straight line. All right, so once you're done with that, from that 15 inches you came down by, you are going to now divide your round waist by 4. You're going to divide your round waist by 4. So my round waist divided by 4 is 9 inches. From the center of my dress, you can go ahead and iron only the front pieces to get the ghetto line, like the center of the front pieces. From the center of the front pieces, you are going to come down by your round waist divided by 4, and you are going to mark it there. Place one of the pieces on it this way and pin it down. You're also going to repeat same thing to this other side. So from the center as well, I'm going to place my tape to wherever I have 9 inches. I'll mark it this way. I'm going to bring the second pieces and then also place it on that point and also pin it down. All right, so when you are done pinning it down, go over to your sewing machine, top stitch on that part and also top stitch on this other part. So I'm going to now go ahead, top stitch this and show you what it looks like. I'm done, and this is what I have. You can see I have already top stitch on it. I also did same thing to this point. So when you wear it inside, you will just have to like tie it around your waist. That is how to get that effect in front. You notice the front is tight and the back is loose. That's just how to get the effect in front. So you will just wear it inside, use your hands to like tie it back inside. So now we are going to go ahead and close up the side. So pick it, arrange them properly. You are now going to go back, stitch it downward from the sleeve area. You are going to stitch it down to the end of your dress using 1 inch. All right, so I'm going to stitch, and once I'm done for the end of the dress, I'm going to first fold in ½ inch and then fold it again and top stitch round the dress. So this is what I have after I was done. This is how beautiful everything is looking. So around the armhole area here, you will notice that it is somehow tight, like it's not free. What you just need to do is to notch that area. If around your armhole you notice that it is tight, just go ahead and notch it for it to be free. Make sure while you notch, you don't notch, like you don't cut it completely. Don't cut your stitches. All right, just cut it close to the stitches and you have everything looking very straight and neat. So I have closed up the side. I also went ahead to stop stitch on the end of the dress. I also did same thing to this side. So along the armhole area here is also tight. I'm going to open it up and then notch it. So just go ahead and notch. Be careful not to cut your stitches. So when you notch, it will be very, very free. So this is what I have here. So I'm just cutting the excess threads I have. So this is just what I have here. So on the drawstring, by the time you draw it inward, you have this effect here. Can you see? So this is just how to get this dress. It's as simple as it is. All right, so I believe you enjoyed this video. So this is how it looks when I place it on the dummy. Can you see how beautiful the dress looks? Thanks for watching this video. I'm also going to show you how it looks by the time you tie it around your waist. So guys, for you to be able to have that tight effect on the waist area here, so you're going to tie it inward this way. Can you see? So you just put your hands inward and tie it around your waist, so that way you'll be having that effect in front and the back is going to be very free. So this is how my dress looks. You can actually see how the back looks. Everything is looking very beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know in the comment section if this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please do well to hit on the subscribe button and please turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching this video. I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Bye.